sure I'm not making a better intro. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, and sorry about the horrible lighting again. I tried to fix it, didn't really work out. Okay, so this week's theme is fantasy, and I guess this could be taken a number of different ways. The way I'm choosing to talk about it right now is just kind of like what you typically imagine fantasy to be, which is using your imagination. Okay, so first thing I did is I drew like a 10-minute drawing because I felt like it. Is beautiful, I know. And that was my fantasy drawing. I don't know what they were. They were just kind of whatever came out of my head. When I think of fantasy, I think of Harry Potter because it's my favorite book series and it has a lot of fantasy elements because they're wizards and witches and they use magic. Well, I don't want to be the blame, but I didn't get a challenge. It's probably because I didn't challenge anyone else. But have no fear. Not anymore. I'm doing my own challenge from a few weeks ago that was never done, and I'm already failing it quite miserably. But that's kind of expected. So, also when I think of fantasy, I think of superpowers, I guess, which was our last theme, and I also think of kind of how Michelle said in her last video, the power to control the elements. And that just got me thinking, and it kind of has fantasy elements to it, I guess. So my question for you guys is, if you were magic, or whatever, what element would you control? What do you think you'd be proficient at? I'm just curious. I don't know what ones there are. There's like fire, earth, water, air. I don't know. Wood. I don't know what they're called. But yeah, so let me know, guys. That's question 1. I'd say I'd be air, just because. I'd say I probably wield air, controlled air. That would be my element. I don't know why, I just think that matches me more than the other ones. So it's your turn, take a seat, and you'll be in the interview chair for the rest of this video pretty much, because I'm just going to be throwing out questions. The second thing that I think of when I think of fantasy right now is Pokemon, because I'm playing it a lot still, and yeah, it's really fun, and it's a really big waste of time as well, but I'm just going to have to accept that. I like to waste my life. This is a really nerdy question. Hopefully none of you hate me. But supposing Pokemon were real, what would be your favorite type? Like, what would be the type you use all the time? Yeah. What type would you wield? I would be a bug person because I like poor, weak, defenseless creatures. Oh, horrible lighting. You've made it harder just to go on. The third thing fantasy reminds me of is dreams. Any kind of dreams really, like, as in like you can fantasize about your aspirations and like what you want to do. That's kind of like dreams, as well as your actual dreams you have at night, because they're kind of not real and they're kind of fantasy. So I find that interesting, and I'm going to talk about that. So most of my dreams revolve around some sort of theme with death, which is really depressing. Either I'm like dead in my dream, or I die, or someone else does, or there's someone who's dead in real life who's in my dream. It's just kind of creepy sometimes. The second main theme I have in my dreams is rejection, usually, which happens a lot in my dreams. I know it's really lame, but it does, and it usually happens from the same person. But what can you do? That's what you get when you let your heart win. Fail. Alice in Wonderland's been out for a while, and that's kind of like fantasy. And I got because I collect bookmarks, sort of. So I got an Alice in Wonderland bookmarks. Cost $4, pretty ridiculous. And I got another one. So I spent an hour's worth of work on 2 bookmarks. So I've been really thinking about summer lately because I'm excited for the warm weather and I'm really motivated to do things. And there's like some things I really want to do. but I keep holding on to silly things, like things that I'll never do because I just don't have any motivation to. And we'll find out what that is. But yeah, and I'm really hoping to buy a camera soon. I want to film, like, I'm going to New York soon, so I want to film footage for that. And yeah, so I'm gonna buy a new camera soon, so hopefully I'll have better lighting. And additionally, I'm starting rehearsals tomorrow for a play for school, which is gonna be interesting. I don't know how I'll like it, but yep. And what else? I don't know what else. What else, guys? Ah, I give up. I'm done. Too long. And that's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. That's what you get when you let your heart win.